What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Derp State. We have an action-packed show for you lined up tonight. Hope everybody's having a great day. I am leaving for Washington D.C. tomorrow, so very excited. I cannot wait to get down there. And this time it's going to be a different trip this time, just because I got a hotel right in D.C. So I won't have to spend any time commuting back and forth from wherever the hell I was staying. So it's going to be really nice. And I'm looking forward to putting out a lot of content. Also, just so you're aware, I am going to be putting out a lot of stuff on Facebook. So if you haven't followed me on Facebook already, please go to our link tree, which is in the description of this video, or on our channel page. And you can follow me on Facebook as well, because I'm going to be doing a lot of lives on there. Hopefully, I'm going to hit 100,000 followers while in DC. That would actually be kind of special.
It's getting close. Yeah.
So anyway, we got quite the show lined up for you today. Yeah, I don't even know. Let's see. Where do we want to start? So we're going to talk about something that Steve Witkoff, one of Donald Trump's, I forget what his exact title is again. Doesn't matter. Him and Jared Kushner.
Left nut.
Right. Steve Witkoff. Anyway, they do an interview where they reveal something quite important, and you can see on Jared Kushner's face that he revealed something that he really shouldn't have. And it has to do with the fact that they may have been planning on wiping Gaza out for a couple years now. And this is right out of their mouth. So we have a video for that. We are going to be talking about how a guy dressed in a Nazi SS costume decided to go to a college bar. And yeah, it shames me to say that not a single dude did a damn thing.
The women did, though. I'll get to that one lady. I'm going to get to it. I'll get to it.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
But the fact that we have people actually brave enough to do shit like that just tells you the kind of society that we're living in. And I don't want to hear like, oh, why stop calling us Nazis? Like, you're literally walking around in SS uniforms, okay? Mm-hmm. I think we can, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a Nazi.
Like I was thinking about hunting. No metaphors there. Sorry.
No, sorry. I kind of went a different way with that one. We do want to talk about how Canada has gotten underneath Donald Trump's skin in an entirely new way with that Reagan ad. Donald Trump is still having meltdown over that because he is a big old diaper baby who can be baited with a single video or a single post. It is truly pathetic that he is the leader of our country. We're going to talk about DHS and some of the shit that they're doing because it's getting scary. And I made the conclusion yesterday that I feel wholeheartedly that Stephen Miller wants to kill people in America, okay? He's perfectly happy killing random fishermen in the Caribbean off the coast of Venezuela. I have this, because he is sick. He's sick in the head. He's been sick in the head since he was at least in high school. I've showed you guys that video plenty of times. Yeah. He also is the one that said Donald Trump has absolute authority. When he said plenary authority, it's absolute authority. And he also made an admission that is going to probably send chills down your spine when it comes to how much authority ICE has under the Trump administration. And it's actually kind of terrifying. And we also have Kristi Noem and some others that are running around lying, saying that Antifa and cartels. It's amazing how now we are lumped in with the cartels all of a sudden. Like innocent protesters in inflatable costumes. Cartel. Like, how do you make that connection?
The frog cartel.
Right?
It's insane. For me in a while.
Yeah, they're out there saying that we're putting bounties on their heads and that they've got proof, even though they've not shown a single shred of evidence for any of the stuff that they're actually saying. And then we're going to show you again that Trump does not give a shit about this country. All he cares about is money, power, and apparently funding Israel and Argentina, because he's perfectly happy saying. And we're going to show you what Argentina's been doing with your money. You're gonna laugh. It is cringe, the most cringe thing you will ever see. So all right, so let's get started. First, let's start out with the SS guy. Get him out of the way.
Yes.
The fact that this is the society we live in is horrifying, truly horrifying. But now we have people that are bold enough and feel emboldened enough to go out in public in Nazi SS costumes on Halloween. But this guy's 33 years old, went to a college bar just to start some shit. Yep. And the women stood on business. I will give all the women their credit. They stood on business. and kicked him out. And on the way out, he ended up punching a woman in the face, breaking her nose, and she required stitches. And he's been arrested, luckily. But this is, they felt emboldened enough, empowered enough to just go out and do this shit. Let me show you the video, and then we can talk about it.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!
Don't touch him! Don't touch him!
Get the fuck out!
Don't touch him!
Somebody else is saying, "Don't touch him." That's the girl that got punched in the face, the one in the purple hat there.
He's in my... Yo! Are you in my accounting class? Yeah!
Oh, the Nazis are getting along so nice. Yay.
Oh, of course, he has the UFC
shirt. Oh. Say that before you wear that shit.
This is terrible. Is this serious?
Oh, there's one guy. There's one guy.
No, I have no idea.
Or it's just the dude that looks like the white.
No.
Oh shit! It wasn't the pink hat dude. Wait, go back.
No,
it was the end of it.
No, that was the end of it. Yeah, I can't show anymore because it'll get taken down.
Okay, well, it goes longer, and then the original lady, like as soon as he swings, the original lady that was yelling at him, pushing him out, starts hopping on one foot, takes off her fucking heel, and is ready to go to town.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I think he might have hit two
so
women because I swear he hits the one girl with the pink hat and the like crazy makeup on. But he hit that one girl that we just showed. He hit her in the face with a glass bottle or glass beer jug or
the one
beer glass.
And it didn't look like she was even a part of it. It looked like she was just trying to get around.
Right.
I mean,
literally one guy out there yelling at him. Everybody else is like, "Don't touch him!" Like someone.
It's amazing that a dude that looks like the human pocket calculator is the one that's actually standing up to the Nazis. None of this. And of course the UFC.
The guy I know
cheering on the Nazi. Yes, so brave of you,
of
Mr.
cour's.
Can't do a pull up. That came to get.
I don't ever promote violence, but if you see somebody in a Nazi SS uniform, you have my full permission to punch them in the fucking face, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and where in the
fuck at minimum,
bouncer
man?
There, where's the bouncer? Where is the bartenders? Where is the owner? Or I mean, maybe she was one of the bartenders, but like, where's the rest of the fucking staff? We should not. You see this shit? That man should never feel comfortable or safe in public ever again. The Nazis are the enemy of America, and I'm tired of them being able to walk around and feel that they're safe. They should not feel safe. He should not be welcome in there. He should not be welcome in the Starbucks. If Starbucks is going to arrest black people for being present in a fucking Starbucks, then he should absolutely be kicked out for being in the fucking restaurant.
I agree. I totally agree with that. So, yeah, that's happening right now in the United States. Between that and we do have some good news, actually. Let me show you some of this. You guys, I reported on this a while ago, actually, when I was in DC before, after Charlie Kirk got killed. There was a website that went up called charliesmurderers.com that was literally doxing anybody on the internet that said or anything disparaging about Charlie Kirk. Like, you could have said...
feelings are hurt.
Right. Even if it was just a direct quote of Charlie Kirk, they were literally posting all of the information they could find of him on the internet onto this website so people could specifically go out and harass him. Well, good news is...
It's so odd, Jeremy. It's almost like they wanted to make the internet a safe space.
Right. And
what a fucking idea.
They raised tens of... Right, and I don't want to hear about, the left is the party of violence, okay? The right committed Jan 6, the right attacked Nancy Pelosi's husband, the right fucking murdered those two Democratic officials. The right shot at Donald Trump. The right killed Charlie Kirk. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You know what I mean? And most likely, the right burned down that judge's house. So I'm tired of hearing. And the right is the ones putting fucking doxing websites and raising tens of thousands of dollars just so they can go out and dox people and put their lives in danger. I'm tired of hearing, no, the left is the party of violence. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
I will say this, though,
you.
all that money that thing is collecting, it's 100% not going to anything Charlie Kirk related. They're gonna buy themselves a new car. You know, they're gonna get a new 5 million inch TV from Costco.
Yeah.
They're not going to use any of that to benefit Charlie Kirk.
No, the best part about it,
biggest grift ever.
That's the best part about the whole website. One, it got taken down. I personally reported it to the FBI. Not that the FBI is actually going to do anything about this. But apparently they've disappeared and taken the tens of thousands of dollars in donations with them.
I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know that.
Did you know that? Yeah.
Taking a shot in the dark, and I was
No,
right.
you were absolutely 100% right. They actually disappeared with the money, and everybody's all pissed off now. Like, well, I can't believe they would do this. What? Listen to us for once. Like, Jesus Christ. You guys would save so much money.
I mean, look at how many Republicans were arrested for PPP loans, right? And that one dude in Florida like bought a fucking Lamborghini with the PPP loans. Yeah. Another one bought like a house. Another one bought a boat. I mean, it's on and on and on. It's just a never-ending grift. And even right now, Kristi Noem is spending $170+ million to buy private jets for herself. Pete Hegseth knocked down some walls in the DOD so that he could build a fucking makeup studio for himself. It's all a grift.
It is. It really is. Donald Trump literally stopped in Qatar on his way to Malaysia to thank him for his $4 million bribe.
And this is why MAGA voters are so poor. Because this is why y'all are on Snap, and your own people are now cutting your Snap. The people that you donated to, the people you gave for the January 6th fund and bailed Trump out of jail, which he never used for he just paid off his own debts and his trips to Mar-a-Lago. He didn't use any of your money to help you. Right. You guys are getting conned, and you're getting mad at liberals for telling you you're stupid. Here's an idea. Don't be
I know, right? The irony is crazy.
My 2 cents? I'll even give them actual 2 cents. It's just more money than they have right now.
No kidding, right? So, all right. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about the biggest fuck up, and probably, I can't believe this isn't a bigger story. Steve Witkoff, I forget the woman's name that does the interview. It's on 60 Minutes or something, but I got this off of YouTube. She interviews Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. And man, Steve, they're talking about rebuilding Gaza and like how much money he's going to take and all that stuff. Well, then at the end, Steve Witkoff drops a pretty damn big bombshell, as in they've had a master plan, as he calls it. And they've had this plan for a couple years, which would mean they probably had this plan since before October 7th of 2023. I'm just saying. But you can see the look on Jared Kushner's face at the end, how panicked he is that Steve Witkoff is just admitting this
But
stuff.
it's extremely complex. Tell us more about the plan and how much it's going to cost, where's the money going to come from, and who's going to award the contracts? 3 questions.
I think it's going to cost a lot of money.
What's a lot of money?
You know, the estimates are in the $50 billion range. It might be a little bit less. It might be a little bit more. I happen to think that that's not a lot of money in that region. You have governments that are going to jump on in, and
so the Middle
East.
So here he is already saying they're going to be selling off parts to other countries. He's like, other countries are going to get involved. So he's already admitting that they're just going to be selling it off to the highest bidder.
And see how flippantly he talks about $50 billion? That's
right,
more
like
money than like the lower percentage of Americans will accrue all combined in their lifetime. It's insane.
It really is. All right, gets better.
countries are going to provide the money.
What you'll see European participation and so forth. I think the beginning of this plan is how to get it going, and that's what me and Jared work on all the time. The money raising we think is the easy part.
Here
we think that happens relatively quickly.
This is so
but
good.
it's the master plan, and we're working with a group of people who have been working on master plans.
Watch Jared.
For the last
Watch
2
Jared.
years.
So there are plans already.
We have plans already. We have a master plan already. And by the way, and Jared's been pushing this, and we're working together on it. And I think if the world saw the progress,
It's true.
I'd be pretty impressed.
This one I can rewind. We gotta watch that again.
He
is
wanted
trying.
so bad. That was like the shut up, shut up, shut up. It's like doing that the whole time.
He could hear him too. He's like,
Yeah. Oh man.
I've been working on master plans
This
for the
is
last
so
2
good.
years.
So there are plans already.
We have plans already. We have a master plan already. And by the way, and Jared's been pushing this, and we're
He's
working
licking his
together
lips
on it.
like,
and
how do I make him shut up?
I think if the world
Can
saw
I
the
kick him?
progress
Can
so
I
far,
kick him?
pretty impressed.
What do I do?
Total panic, man.
I was telling you before. This is like,
Total.
100% straight out of Succession, right? Where the family
Right.
gets together and they're doing a press conference about their, and like everything is pre-planned and scripted. And then one of the family members is like, "Oh, and also we're gonna put a rocket on Mars." And then everyone's like, "Yes, Mars," and it becomes like an improv thing. And they're like, "Yes, and it's gonna be tomorrow." And it's just on and on and on. And then behind the scenes, they get into the green room and like, and then you got what's Brian Cox's character? What the fuck was that? You think you can do that to my fucking company? What the fuck are you doing? Like, I cannot. I wish I was a fly on the wall for the behind the scenes between the two of them right now.
Oh my
because,
God. Yeah, like, why would you say we've had a master plan for over 2 years? You dumb shit.
It's that gif. Oh my God, he admits it. Yeah, right there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we just showed you video evidence that the Trump administration, before they were even in power, were involved in a master plan to destroy Gaza and just build a giant billionaire pedo playground for other countries as well to come and just hang out and fucking get jerked off by underage kids. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't understand. It's like seriously what they're doing, man. It's disgusting.
And Israel for so long has been annexing little parts, and they already did pass another plan in their parliament or whatever it's called to annex more parts of the West Bank. It's a continuation of this, just like how Putin took over Crimea. It's the same thing. They've been doing this for so long, and it's continuing. This was always the plan, which questions everything about October 7th, because we now know internally that Israel knew, or at least had a very, very good indication that there would be a terrorist attack on October 7th.
Yep.
And yet, rather than take aims to prevent it, they did nothing.
Yeah.
They did nothing. They did worse. They told their own troops to fire on the hostages. It was called the Hannibal Directive, to shoot the hostages rather than have them be taken captive with a chance of surviving. And that's why, of course, they bombed the hostages.
That's real.
Right? They killed multiple hostages from their bombing.
Yeah.
And again, Gaza is right now a wasteland. It's nothing but rubble and debris and ash. So the fact that these billionaires were able to look at drooling, looking at that, saying we're going to build a pedo playground hotel there, they didn't see it now that it was rubble. They saw Gaza what it looked like before Israel flattened it, and it was quite beautiful.
It was.
Yes, this has been a very long-term plan, and now they have the means and the political justification to carry it out.
You know, there was a video of Charlie Kirk that we played where he was even questioning, was there a stand-down order given? They knew the attack was coming. And I was saying before the show, like, I was just realizing the only videos I've ever seen of Hamas was those fucking makeshift gliders that they built and supposedly invaded Israel, which has the most high-tech military secured border probably in the world. Like, they have so much money put into advanced weaponry and their border security and all that shit. I just find it hard to believe that a bunch of rebels built gliders. Like, the ones they showed on video were ridiculous. It was like, really?
It looked like
that's what I really
Wright brothers came up with, you know?
Right. It was literally like one of the first gliders ever made.
Had from Fly Away Home. Like, I was expecting geese to like geese with bombs to be flying behind those fucking things, you know?
Right, and you mean to tell me that they flew in during the day, mind you, because that happened during the day too. It wasn't even like it happened at night. They just happened to fly over, and I don't know, man. I don't believe anything that comes out of their mouths. I don't believe anything that comes out of the Trump administration's mouth. I just don't anymore. It's just the way it is, I guess. But that's what happens when they lie to us on a consistent basis. So, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about how Donald Trump is really, really mad at Canada. So mad that he's charging American people more for Canadian goods. Because that's what the tariff
does. Fuck you,
does.
Canada. I hate you. I hate you so much. I'm going to make life worse here. Not there. Not you. You guys have your maple syrup. You have your mousse. But here's going to be worse because I'm mad.
See, they are under the misconception, the Trump administration and these people are under the misconception that the world needs us. They don't. Everything that we provide as a country, other countries provide. We really don't do anything that other countries don't, other than put more money into our military than the next 8 countries combined. Other than that, we really don't innovate anymore. Like China has surpassed us as far as robotics and AI and even military tech.
Even just
We're
mass
being left
transit.
behind. We are
Yeah.
being left behind. So, and it
that's-
doesn't matter.
And that again comes from the right, because every time you say like, oh, why can't we? Europe has mass transit. Japan has high-speed rails. All these other countries have really nice airports. Why is it that we're shit here? And then they're like, well, if you like it so bad, you should go there. Just move there. Leave America. This is why we're getting left behind. It's because of the right wing.
Right, and they're slowly. I mean, China's been working on it for years, and with Trump in office, they have the opportunity to do so. They're building an entirely new world financial system, and it does not involve the U.S. dollar. So when that happens, holy shit, the Great Depression is going to look like a fucking vacation when that happens. So anyway,
Not gonna be long now.
yeah. The good news, well, those who have the gold will have money because that'll shoot gold prices through the roof. Anyway, apparently Americans favor Canada over Donald Trump by a ridiculous margin, and Donald Trump is freaking out over some disastrous polls today, this being one of them, because he hates Canada now for whatever reason. But this is how America views Canada.
So what are you talking about? Net popularity in the United States. Well, Canada is far more popular than Donald Trump is here in the United States. Look at this. The net popularity rating of Canada is plus 49 percentage points. Look at the net popularity rating of Donald Trump here in the United States. It's minus 10. We're talking about Canada coming out nearly 60 points ahead on the net popularity rating versus Donald Trump here in the United States. When you pick on Canada as a United States president, you are picking on a country that the American people adore. They adore Canada. Canada has always been a friend to the United States, at least during our lifetimes. And when you're going after Canada, you are going against someone who is far more popular than you are with Donald Trump. Pretty much every single time among most...
The American
and it goes back
people
to what I was just saying there again. Rather than improving things and changing tactics and doing something better, they make us worse. And that's why Canada is so much more fucking popular.
And I'm so tired of the word tariff. I honestly hope they ban tariffs after this, because every time you turn around, Donald Trump's like, tariff, tariff, tariff. It's like nobody cares anymore. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's starting to move on without us.
Yep.
They really are. You know. And we get most of our lumber from Canada. Most of our lumber from Canada. Because I hate to tell you this, Canada's mostly woods. That's where predominantly all the wood comes from that we use for building. Yeah. Donald Trump thinks you can cut down the trees in the United States, but we would literally run out of trees. We don't have enough.
Nope.
To sustain.
And there was an amazing poll or thing on Canada where they were specifically targeting products that they export to the U.S. that go to more red areas, and I thought that was brilliant. Yeah. Don't fuck. I want my maple syrup, okay, but take it away from the cousin fucking priest pedophile in Louisiana. But I want my maple syrup. Okay, right, you don't want to know what he's doing with maple syrup. I'm putting on pancakes. He's putting it on himself. Like let's get some straight here.
Right. So, and I think with this government shutdown, because rumors on Capitol Hill are that this government shutdown is going to last well into probably the end of November, which means some families, tens of millions of families, are going to go without food next month or money for food, which is horrifying. But they don't care. I have a feeling they want to drive the population to violence because they want to they want to invoke the Insurrection Act. And I was trying to tell James, like the conclusion I made yesterday is, they are not going to give up power next year because they have clearly violated the Constitution. They have committed civil rights violations. They have committed war crimes by bombing fishing boats. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to give up power next year just to turn around, get impeached, and then prosecuted for those crimes. I just don't see it happening. And like Steve Bannon said, he says Donald Trump... I watched that video several times until it hit me what he said. He did not say Donald Trump is running in 2028. Steve Bannon says Donald Trump will be president in 2028, and we need to just accept that, and that there are plans that they will reveal when the time comes. They cannot change an amendment to the Constitution without 2/3 majority vote. They don't have that. So the only other option is to invoke the Insurrection Act. And I think they're trying to push even their own people to the point of violence. They don't need us to commit violence. You understand what I'm saying? If the right revolts and they're starting to burn houses down and fucking riot in the streets, that is all the excuse they need. Doesn't matter, again, where the violence comes from. If the violence comes from, the mass violence comes from the right, they'll still invoke the Insurrection Act. They don't fucking care. Their people are disposable now. They got into office. They got what they wanted. And now all of the Trump supporters that are out there are just dollar signs at this point, because that's all they do is donate money. But they don't care about them. They do not care. I'm sorry.
I do agree. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was done, Rand.
Yeah, I was going to say, I do agree the Insurrection Act is a much more plausible scenario. Invoke the Insurrection Act and then descend in the military, which they're already doing, to control the election centers. And then they just take the ballots and say, oh, it's all for Trump. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, all of Detroit went for Trump. Okay, sure. Yeah, I believe you. All of Los Angeles went for Trump. Yeah, okay, believable. So that is certainly a more likely scenario, which again is why, like, everything, this stuff that we're in right now with Trump sending in the National Guard, the Marines, ICE kidnappings everywhere, this Gestapo force going throughout the Democratic cities. This, okay, listen up, Democrats. This is training day, okay? You're Ethan Hawke, and Trump is Denzel Washington. I don't mean to slander Denzel's name. I love the guy, but just for metaphorical purposes, right?
I got you.
And this is the opportunity for the Democrats to really wise the fuck up, see the way this system works, and what they should have been doing is preempting the National Guard by calling it in themselves. Pritzker should have done it. Newsom should have done it. I don't know the governor of Oregon, but they all should have preempted. Same with New York City. Well, that's Kathy Hochul, who's a fucking hack. But they all should have preempted and called the National Guard in themselves to preempt Trump from getting control of it, just to start. And the second is because that is going to happen in the next elections, is that he will try to send in troops to control the election. So you need to start getting prepared and getting used to the idea of commanding these folks to protect Americans and protect our civil rights.
I agree.
Who was it that sent in the troops to for segregation? That was Eisenhower.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
I think it might have been LBJ, the guy that sent in the troops in the South for segregation.
I don't remember.
I think it was LBJ, so. But anyways, whoever it was, we need to do the inverse of that, right? It needs to be the Democrats ordering troops to protect our areas from ICE. And again, liberals, I've been saying this.
I agree.
Get armed and get trained. We are not going to sit by. We cannot have this mindset of, oh, he's going to cancel elections, everything's over. No, that's obeying in advance. We've fought multiple fucking wars for our right to vote. Okay, and I'm not calling for war, but we have a right to vote, and we will exercise that right. What the fuck am I saying? That right to vote.
He combined them.
Yes, I did. We will exercise our right. But liberals, get armed and get trained to defend yourselves.
I agree. Yeah. Again, like I always promote the same thing. Don't commit violence, but don't be stupid.
Not obeying in advance. That's right.
Don't be stupid. I want to show you, since you're talking about ICE, because I feel like we're at the point where the military should be protecting us against the administration, because they are clearly violating the Constitution, which the military took an oath to uphold. They did not take an oath to uphold Donald Trump's will. Donald Trump has to abide by the Constitution, supposed to be, as does the military. I fear that I think the military is going to fracture. Either the military is going to defend us, or the military is going to fall apart, because not everybody's going to follow this fucking order.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
There will be fractures, yes.
Complete breakdown in the chain of command will happen.
Which I want to interject really quick, because on that note, we've already seen a bunch of FBI, CIA people get fired. That was way back when. And now there's been the purge of the military people. And these are folks with fucking experience, right? Hegseth did his purge. And if it does come to war, Hegseth is going to have all the dipshits.
Exactly.
The people who actually, fought, unlike Hegseth.
Right.
They're going to be on the opposite side. And that is not a battle that I think the Trump maggots want to have.
It's amazing that a man who was kicked out of the military is now running it. It's fucking mind-blowing. But anyway, I want to show you this video where Stephen Miller is talking. This is the video I wanted to show yesterday and totally forgot about it, and I can't believe I did. I talked about Stephen Miller a lot yesterday. But this video here horrified me the most when I saw it, because he's talking about arresting J.B. Pritzker, trying to rationalize how he's going to do it. But then he also goes on to say that ICE agents have federal immunity. Do you guys understand what that means? That means if they fucking shoot you, they have federal immunity from being prosecuted for murdering you, okay? This is why I keep saying I feel like Stephen Miller literally wanks while watching videos of ICE putting kids in handcuffs and shit. Like, I feel like he's that sick, but he's the one calling the shots when it comes to all this ICE stuff. We need to really take it seriously because he has way too much power. But this guy freaks me out.
Doesn't only apply to Governor Pritzker. It applies to any state official, any local official, anybody who's operating in an official capacity who conspires or engages in activity that unlawfully impedes federal law enforcement conducting their duties. So if you engage in a criminal conspiracy to obstruct the enforcement of federal immigration laws or to unlawfully order your own police officers or your own officials.
I don't know if you ever noticed.
What is with the way he talks? Like
he does.
He talks like
neck
he has
twitch.
braces.
Have you ever noticed when he talks? He's always like, he always does this like little twitch with his neck. It drives me absolutely mad.
Do you remember that episode of South Park with the Hardy Boys trying to solve a mystery? And they're like, there's such a raging clue right now. Oh, there's such a raging clue right now, too. That's how he talks. Like, what we're going to do is we're going to arrest J.B. Pritzker, and ICE has total immunity, and I'm going to grow my hair back. Like,
I have a raging clue.
Why can these people not be
That is
normal?
so good. No, they're so weird. But watch his neck. He keeps doing this shit.
To try to interfere with ICE officers or even to arrest ICE officers, you're engaged in criminal activity. Different kinds of crimes would apply. There's obstruction of justice.
It's like a mini Joker.
Illegal aliens.
You want to know how I lost
the
my
enforcement
hair?
of our immigration law. As you get up the scale of behavior, you obviously get into seditious conspiracy charges, depending on the conduct, and many other offenses. So again, it depends on the action, depends on the conduct, it depends on what is taking place. But what we need to reassure.
It reminds me of Dr. Evil. That's so fucking true.
You have federal immunity in the conduct of your duties.
It is Dr. Evil.
And anybody who lays a hand on you,
You have federal
or tries to stop
immunity,
you,
and
or
I'm
tries
calling
to
it now.
obstruct
Where
you,
is Mr.
is
Bigglesworth?
committing you have immunity to perform your duties, and no one, no city official, no state official, no illegal alien, no leftist agitator or domestic insurrectionist can
Even the
prevent
host
you
is like, dude,
from
wrap it up.
fulfilling your legal obligations and duties.
Look at the host. He was like, buddy, come on, let's go.
Yeah, but you guys heard it yourselves. Stephen Miller saying that they have federal immunity. I'm sorry, man. At this point, if they're going to arrest me, I'm going out as hard as I can. I'm sorry. I'm not just going to let them throw me on the ground, put their neck on my shoulders, and like they're breaking people's ribs. People are getting injured. They shot somebody. Like they're actually shooting people. So it's just a matter of time before somebody dies in the heads of ICE.
Well,
on the streets.
People already have. That's the problem. Well, yeah, in the streets.
Well, my fear is that Stephen Miller is going to shoot, because I doubt the military would shoot into a crowd. Do I think ICE would? Yes. Do I think Stephen Miller would order it? Yes, absolutely, 100%. And to think otherwise, I think is being naive.
Well, this idea of absolute immunity, it's not limited to just the right. I mean, there's a lot of people, the centrist establishment of the Democratic Party for a long time. Remember, Biden was always like, we don't need to defund the police. We need to fund the police. It's like, Joe, what do you think the problem here is? I can't remember if I said this on this show, but there was a case where CBP official testified. I can't remember if it was an actual trial or a grand jury. I believe it was a grand jury. But he testified about someone they wanted to indict and arrest, and the grand jury or the jury refused to return a conviction or an arrest warrant because they didn't find him credible, because they thought he was lying. This is not limited to ICE. This is not limited to DHS. This is not limited to CBP. The police lie every single day. The police say under oath they have no obligation to be honest.
Right.
And you know what? Liberals back it. They go along with this idea of complete immunity. And that's why here in LA, in Chicago, in New York, they keep increasing the fucking police budget. This militarization of the police and ICE did not happen overnight. And this is also why Pritzker and Newsom, Pritzker, I had a lot of hope for him because he was really talking much more militant. He was saying, we're taking names. We will not allow you into the city. And then, just like Newsom, he's nothing more than a fucking keyboard warrior.
Yeah.
He could be directing prosecutions. He could be taking over the National Guard. He could be telling the CPD to block ICE and obstruct them. He is refusing to. And liberals, you are not safe. Look at what Stephen Miller is just saying. I tell my representative, I tell my senators, you guys are no longer safe. They're coming for us now, but they're coming for you next.
We're all targets.
And yes, and Pritzker is in the bullseye. And rather than fight back, he's just going to mealy-mouth it again. That's the problem with liberals.
I totally agree.
Rather than fight back, they punch left. That is
right.
What the
but this
Democrats
also, you know, a statement like this will also, I guess, give them authority to violate court orders. You know, when a court says do not shoot people in the face with pepper balls, they're still going to shoot people in the face with pepper balls because Steve Miller said we're not going to prosecute you. They run the Department of Justice. They're not going to, you know what I'm saying? We're kind of
liberals aren't going to charge them under state laws either. That's the problem.
Right.
They could be doing it, but they're not.
No, but here, just to give you an idea of the racist shit they're posting, I showed some of this yesterday, but I put it all together in one. Now, the one with the Nazi thing on there, that's an actual Nazi meme that they used to spread back during World War II, okay?
Yeah.
But you can see white people on the left, down at the bottom, defend your homeland, which to me just sounds a lot like defend the fatherland. With white people, of course. The knights is the big one. The one knight, meaning the enemies are at the gates. Knights are predominantly imagery that was used in Nazi propaganda. There's a very infamous painting of Hitler in a suit of armor on horseback. They used that as propaganda to depict themselves as noble and above everybody else. That is some racist ass shit right there. That's some Nazi stuff. And then the one on the right is the meme of like a 1950s Ford Bronco with the caption, "We can return." So they're telling you that they want to return to a time before black and brown people had any rights, and before the civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying? They want to take away women's right to vote. Like, they're literally telling you all of this stuff.
Yeah, they tell
and they're posting all of it right out in the open.
It's
they
like
really are.
It's like in boxing.
Yeah.
Some people, when they telegraph their right hand, they like cock it back, and you can see it coming from a fucking football field away, so you can get away from it. But I tell you, these liberals, the Republicans always show their hand. They always telegraph everything, and they cock that hand back, and liberals move into the direction of it.
I know, they're like, whap!
Rather than get out of the way or parry or counter or whatever, they just stand there and get fucking punched. I'm so fucking sick
Look,
of it.
I've realized that the Democrats are not progressives. They are, again, the
They are a
centrists.
controlled opposition party, yes.
Right. They're still all controlled by Israel. All but a few. All but a few. I walk the halls of Congress. Even Eric Swalwell. Big old, everybody loves Eric Swalwell. Well, Eric Swalwell's got a big old Israel fucking poster outside of his office. Yeah, they're all owned, man. So my thing at this point, I'm considering not even voting for a single candidate that's ever taken money from Israel at this point. I wish everybody would say that at this point, because we do not need foreign influence in our government.
Brad Lander is going to run against Zionist Dan Goldman, maybe. So in New York, that's nice.
Something's got to happen. And that's why they hate Zohar Mamdani, because he's obviously anti-genocide. He believes Israel has the right to exist, but he doesn't think they have the right to just take whatever fucking land.
State, yeah.
Right, because the Bible told them they could. Like, get the fuck out of here with this nonsense.
Yeah. Which is ironic, because the Bible's not even their thing.
You know what's crazy, though? Like, and this is factual. The Palestinian people are also Semitic people, okay? So saying you're for Palestine and against Israel is not anti-Semitic. They're both Semitic people. But technically, if you did DNA tests on both Israelis and Palestinians, more Palestinians have blood ties to the land dating back thousands of fucking years. And most people that live in Israel do not have any blood tie. 20% of the people that live in Israel they weren't even born Jewish. They just converted and were like, fuck it, I'm moving to Israel. Like, if you convert to Judaism right now, you could get a free trip to Israel. Seriously, taxpayer funded.
Can't you?
Yeah, you get citizenship in Israel for like as easy as fuck to get citizenship in Israel. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So I want to hear this bullshit about it's anti-Semitic when I'm talking about supporting Semitic people. Fuck that. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're just evil. They're evil. The people that are running Israel are pure fucking evil. And so are the people that are running this country. Like Stephen Miller, pure fucking evil.
And when can we scroll back up in the chat to Alan's thing? I wouldn't vote for that because I want to comment on that because we're talking about like in the primary system. He says I wouldn't vote for. Yeah, there we go. That's the one. The primary system, at least the goal of it, is supposed to be when we can filter out the candidates for problematic issues. Again, Graham Plattner having his Nazi tattoo. Good thing we found out about this in the primary. And then, of course, people taking money from AIPAC and being Zionists and being pro-genocide. This is all stuff that should come out in a primary, which is also good. And that's why, yes, Alan, the point of the primary is to find out who these people are that support genocide and make sure they do not get elected.
I agree.
That's the goal. Right. And yes, someone else was asking, has Bernie taken AIPAC money? I am pretty darn sure he has not, but I don't know for a fact.
He is not. Neither is AOC.
Right.
Those two I know for a fact. But you could go to AIPAC Tracker and you could see you can look your representatives up, anyone you want. Even Kamala Harris, over $9 million. Now, just to put it into perspective, Donald Trump has taken over $200 million from AIPAC, but at the same time, she is one of their biggest recipients. So I'm not very overly excited about the possibility of having to vote for her again, assuming we have.
God, no, she needs to. Wow,
and give the 10 memberships. Thank you so much.
No, Kamala can absolutely not run. She is not a serious candidate. She's not a serious person. Every post-election interview she's had has been a disaster. She has learned nothing. She has the charisma of a fainting goat. No, she should not run again ever. She's asked a question. She's like, bah, bah, bah. That's Kamala.
No, I just because I always love those fainting goat videos.
So fun, right?
I'm sorry, where somebody will just be like, they'll just freeze and just tip over.
Somehow it's a survival technique. I don't get it, but I guess and she's mentioned if you freeze, they can't see you. I don't know.
It pisses me off because she's like, I might run again. I'm like, just don't read the room. Don't bother. My thing personally is you did not put up a fucking fight afterwards.
No, she did not. It was
you
pathetic.
left and went on a book tour while we're panicking. Like, she was barely heard from afterwards, didn't contest a single vote count, and just conceded and went on her way.
And the night of the election, she gave no speech. She didn't come out and say, hey, you know what? We still have this to see. I'm still fighting. No, she immediately went to bed while we all were fucking panicking. This fascist takeover. And meanwhile, she's tucked into her fucking mansion after downing a bottle of champagne.
I was so sick. Like, I threw up the next day. It made me so sick that Donald Trump won. Because waking up to that was, like, honestly, worst possible scenario.
Kat says it right here. She wasn't there for the people. Totally agree.
Right. And I feel like people see that and are like, why would we vote for you? You just bailed on us after all. And all the shit we're going through right now. I think a lot of people are going to look at Kamala Harris and be like, you're kind of the reason we're in this mess. Like, you didn't do shit to fucking get us out of it. Why would we vote for you? Especially like right now you got Pritzker and you got Gavin Newsom in the spotlight. She hasn't been in the spotlight at all. So, I think her time is right. I think her time has passed. I think it has. I think she just should move on and enjoy the rest of her life.
Did you see her Rachel Maddow interview?
I did.
It was a disaster. She was, and keep in mind, Rachel Maddow is a good journalist, but she's also a friendly interview for the left, right?
Sure.
And Kamala, I can't remember specifically what it was. I think they were talking about Joe Biden's legacy. It was either Joe Biden's legacy on Gaza or why wouldn't she break with, I think it was why wouldn't she break with him? And she's giving an answer. And even Rachel Maddow is like, she's trying to, like, you can tell from Rachel's body language, it's like, she says like, okay, but I don't think that answer is satisfactory because blah, blah, blah. But you could see that in her body language, she's like, girl, you full of shit. Like, you could just see.
Yeah.
And she was just trying to filter out how to say that without saying it. But yeah, Kamala she should never be staring at heard from again. She failed us and she lost to an orange fucking pedophile, which she refused to use any of that Oppo research. No, she's too weak. She can't do it.
I agree. I mean, she, especially when your whole message was hope.
She gave us none the night of.
That's what I'm saying.
Just like,
we have hope. We have hope, and then afterwards, we're like, "Where the fuck are you? Where did you go, lady? What the hell, man? You just bailed on us."
At least Hillary, for all of her flaws, the night of the election, and she shouldn't have conceded that quickly, but at least the night of the election, you know, she did give a speech. So kudos to her.
And even now when she's on TV, she is she's not afraid to talk shit. Like she really will just say what she feels. Yeah. And I feel again that's a part of the reason. Again, I think is Israel and AIPAC why the Democrats are so quiet and why Kamala Harris did not put up a fight.
Yep.
You get $9 million, you know, and they're like, hey, after the election, why don't you just piss off? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but that's why people like Bernie and AOC and Zoran and even Graham Plattner, despite, you know, obviously he's problematic and with the Nazi shit, but respectfully, these folks, when they are speaking truth to power because they believe in it. They have the conviction that, yes, we should tax the rich. Yes, we should arrest Benjamin Netanyahu. All this other stuff. This is stuff they can actually defend in interviews. Whereas people like Booker, did you see that one with, what's her name? Catherine Whitkoff? You can tell he's just there for the money. Like he has no conviction. He doesn't believe any of the shit that she's saying. And she's calling him out on it. And he has nothing to say.
He's another one, dude. He stood up there and did that filibuster for what, 25, 27 hours?
23 hours.
And then just turned around and voted with the Republicans. It's like, what was the point? What was the
Jasmine
point,
fucking
man?
Crockett. Yes, that's a good example too.
Yeah, she's another good example. I love her. I really like her. All right. Anyway, moving on. Let's not talk about the Department of Homeland
That was a good
Security.
sidebar, though. We had a good little.
That was good. That was a little off topic, but no, that needed to be said though. Like I honestly think we need fresh blood, people, fresh faces that have not run for president before. I don't know, but we're gonna have to build something fresh because the democracy that we used to love is over. This is a new version of it, if there is any version of it left. I think. Again, midterms, like. They're setting it up to where to me, they're acting as if there never going to be any consequences for their actions.
Yeah. But again, don't obey in advance. And I do.
No, I know. That's why I'm fighting back because I know they're not going to be fucking giving this shit up easy.
Yeah. And I do want to highlight Alan's question because I think it's really important to the discussion around it. Do you all think Plattner is a Nazi? Can I highlight that one? Or can you let me see where to go? Here it is. So, I just want to talk about this again really quick because this is a very important topic to discuss. He has a Totenkopf tattoo on his chest that, according to him, he got while he was drunk as a Marine in Croatia. Now, a Totenkopf tattoo was used by the SS. It was their insignia, and it's also a very distinct. It's not like a classic shaped skull like the Terminator, you know?
Yeah.
It's an actual, very oddly distinctive shaped skull with two also very weird, like dog milk bones behind it, right?
Right.
This is a very distinctive tattoo, okay? It's not like the skull and crossbones on a poison bottle that Bugs Bunny gives to Elmer Fudd, okay? Very specific skull and crossbones. So he also says that he is a military history buff, okay? So for him to go throughout life and just say he didn't know what that is and that other people in his unit or squad or whatever were getting it, sure, I believe that that's the circumstances that it happened in, but to believe that he didn't know or have some kind of an inkling of it after the fact, I don't buy it.
Right.
The weirder thing is when you get into even now, Graham Plattner has obviously written a lot of horrible shit on Reddit, very anti-gay, very anti-black, but then he's also said very pro-LGBTQ stuff, like we can't throw them under the bus, and he's supported Black Lives Matter, and he's described himself as a communist, says we need a working class to fight the oligarchs, like. He is a very strange person. Do I think his ideology in his mind, do I think that he is a Nazi? Probably not. But the fact that he got that tattoo and went so long without correcting it and didn't have better answers prepared for what was obviously going to come out on the campaign trail, other than I was drunk and in Croatia and I'm a Marine. I'm sorry. I don't buy that. There's something else going on there. So there. That's my
I agree.
Hope that answers your question, Alan.
I'm not defending this guy at all. Like maybe I hate to say people can change. Like I'm a perfect example of people can change. Like maybe he walked a different path when he was younger and
he could
had something happen in his life and made him change. Like there's so many different scenarios, but I agree with the fact that his answers were stupid.
Yes.
I didn't know. Like that to me, anytime anybody says something like that, it's just like, it's dumb. If he would have said, I got it when I was drunk, and then when I figured out what it was, I immediately panicked and got it covered up. That's the different answer. But when you say, I didn't know, and I had it for 18 fucking years, and then when I found out I got it covered up, it's like, that's stupid to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had actually, honestly, I had reached out to him before I found out all this. I had reached out to him to be on the show, and they had actually responded, but not going to be responding anymore.
He had a, well, I mean, honestly, I think it would be good. I mean, he probably wouldn't interview with us, but it would be good to confront him on these things. Mehdi Hassan had him on Zedio, which is brilliant because Mehdi is not going to let that shit go. You know, Mehdi.
Right.
So it's not necessarily bad to interview these people that are problematic. It's bad to, like what Newsom does, where he has Charlie Kirk on and is just like, you know what? I agree with you. You make me think good things. No,
I would like to hear a better explanation.
Challenge them and fight them. Yes, exactly.
Right. So, all right, let's move on to Donald Trump. Let's have some fun with our idiot in chief. Because speaking of idiot in chief, here he is posting himself as the Master Chief. I flipped the fuck out when I saw this today. This is Donald Trump posting a meme, or the White House posting a meme of Donald Trump as Master Chief from Halo. Master Chief holds a very special place in my heart. Fuck you for taking that and turning it into a Donald Trump putting his head on it. Oh my God, I hate you guys so much for
just
this.
Once I want a reporter to show up with that actual costume in that design and that tailorship and body style and say, Mr. Trump, could you try this on so we can see how you look in it like in your picture? Can you do that for us?
Yeah, we'll have to let the belly out a little bit. To make things worse, though, ICE, so apparently this was a response to something from GameStop had posted something. So Donald Trump posted this in response. This GameStop doesn't own the rights to Halo or the imagery. So I hope they get sued by 343 Industries, or who had them before that? Bungie Studios, I think, sold it to 343. Sorry, I'm a gamer nerd at heart. So anyway, though, they're also using, to make things worse, they're also using Halo as a recruitment tool now for ICE. Yes, the White House had reposted this. This is finishing this fight, destroy the flood, join ICE.gov with the Warthog and Spartans in the back. Fuck
Which
off.
is amazing, because have you seen this, how they're already not able to pass the basic PT to get
right,
in it?
right. They're going to be on the back of, right.
Yeah, they're using imagery of people that are also not going to be able to pass the PT. And I mean, this PT thing that they have them do is like, I was doing that in 8th grade PE.
I know. I watched the Dean Cain video. It was like crawl through a tube and like get over a wall that's like 3 feet high.
And here's the other requirement. It's like 32 sit-ups, I think like 8 to 10 push-ups, and then run a mile and a half in 14 minutes. Like, it's fucking the bare minimum of minimums. And these people are flunking out on it. And now they're going to use shit that's going to be like the World of Warcraft nerd in South Park. They want to appeal to that demographic. I don't think your PT scores are going up.
Right. So again, if you love Halo, please tell me you're mad about this. I just got to show it again. That is infuriating, bro. That is infuriating. I love Halo so much. The Halo theme song is actually my ringtone. I fucking just watched the Halo TV. Yes, that is my theme song. Or my ringtone, I mean.
Nice.
So that just, but yeah, they're not serious people. They're not serious people. But posting memes about joining ICE and referencing video games to me is absurd. But again, let's just show what Donald Trump was doing while the government is shut down, because he's having a blast. Yep. He is having a ball. Here he is again in Malaysia, dancing like an idiot, doing his double dick to the face dance.
Dude, he so has dementia.
I know. And I don't see Melania back there. Or is that her? I see her. She's hiding in the back there.
Melania, is it?
No, not her. Oh, wait, no, that's not Melania either.
Oh.
So embarrassing, just humiliating. On his way to Malaysia, though, he made sure to stop in Qatar to thank them for his $400 million gold-plated piece of shit.
Yeah. But just like every time that I've, like, when I went to the senior home for a relative that was staying in one, the folks that have dementia, they look and they act like that. They have such limited body control and they have no idea what's going on.
Well, it just came out.
Dementia.
It just came out that recent visit that they said was a routine physical was actually an MRI. So something is going on, because you do not get MRIs unless something's happening. Like, like when I threw my back out, I had to fight with my insurance to just get an MRI. You know what I mean? Years ago. So like, All right, so I don't know what the obsession is with Argentina. Actually, I know what the obsession is with. I'm sorry, Venezuela. Venezuela, not wait, which one is it? No, what was the one? I always get them confused. Argentina.
That's the one we bailed out.
Second.
Argentina. Yeah, Venezuela is the one we might go to war with.
Right, those are the ones we were bombing fishermen for. Okay, so we are sending them money. 40 billion. Actually, I think I might be up to $60 billion, and it seems like. Yeah, it just keeps going up, and we're giving Israel money left and right, but it seems like we can't get food stamps and medical insurance and basic necessities. It blows me away. But just so you guys know what Javier Milei spent his money on.
There we go.
You are going to be blown the fuck away by this video. Okay, so we sent him $40 billion at least. And this is what Javier Milei did. He threw himself a concert. I'm not saying he threw himself a concert where he sat and watched a concert. I'm saying he threw himself a fucking concert where he is the star attraction. And I have the video. Yo, it's so bad. This is the guy we just sent $40 billion to. We can't get food stamps. We
It's
can't.
just karaoke failures, episode 10.
Bro, we can't get food. Children are starving in America. They're locking people up in concentration camps, but we can send this guy money so he can throw a goddamn concert for himself. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Fed up with it.
But you know what it is? Is they have investments in this country and in this leader, Javier Milei. I always forget his name. So if they lose money, which they are, and they're failing, their economy's failing, their peso just came out and it's worse than it's ever been. Yep. So even though we're sending them all this money, it's obviously not helping. So the Trump administration and people in the Trump administration are losing money because they invested in this country, and it's failing. It's flopping miserably. Also, on top of that, after we sent him that money, first he threw a concert, then he turned around and sold soybeans behind our back to China, completely fucking our soybean farmers. And then Donald Trump is like, hey, we'll buy meat from them too. Great. Only problem is the meat we're buying them is riddled with foot and mouth disease. So we're actually buying diseased meat from another country, once again screwing the American farmers.
Our farmers, yeah. And I come from a farming family, so this shit pisses me off. This really hits close to home.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I'll just play one more video, and it's just Donald Trump. And I just want you to show you that he really gives no shits about Americans. Here he's talking about if Zohar Mamdani wins, he's going to defund them and not give them any federal funding for New York. But fucking...
It's ironic because New York is a net positive city.
Right, but Argentina, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
So it comes through the White House. The funding for New York and for every place comes through the White House. And I'm very generous. And I was always very generous with New York, even when you had opposition there, but I was always very generous. But I wouldn't be generous to a communist, a guy that's going to take the money and throw it out the window, because you're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars. And we're not going to let somebody get into office and squander the taxpayer money from this country. We're not going to let it happen. So it's a little bit like that with, if you take a look at Argentina, if the president doesn't win, I know the person that he'd be running against, I believe, probably. We probably have the person. The person is extremely far left and a philosophy that got Argentina into this problem in the first place. So we would not be generous with Argentina if that happened. If he loses, we are not going to be generous with Argentina. Okay?
Which is insane. The economy is cratering because of Milei, because he's an idiot, and all these right-wing dipshits have the worst fucking policy, and Elon Musk was holding him up and all the right was like, look at capitalism. Capitalism. Everybody jack off on the capitalism of Argentina. Just circle jerk yourselves, boys. We're coming tonight.
This is the chainsaw guy, though. This Milei guy. He's the one with the chainsaw.
And it's totally failed. It's a total disaster of capitalism.
It really
now
is.
they're getting like everything. everything happens, they're getting a bailout. And just like we were talking earlier with that Charlie Kirk donation thing where they ran off with the money, same fucking thing is going to happen. They're going to get $40 billion. It's going to go to Milei. It's going to go to the oligarchs. And damn near none of that is going to go to the actual people of Argentina. And I'm so fucking sick of it. And if Trump is really going to go tit for tat and withhold money from New York City, why are we not doing the fucking same? I'm so fucking sick here in California. I'm gonna be my Bill Burr voice. I'm so fucking mad. Here we are in California. We're in that fucking positive city. We give them money. And then we have a fire, and they're like, "Oh, boo-hoo, California! You gotta fucking cry." I want us to stop giving them the fucking money.
I agree.
Fuck you.
It just amazes me that when he talks about New York, he's like, "We're not going to squander taxpayer money." Here you go, Argentina. Here's our taxpayer money
for your rock concert.
Yeah, and it turns out that apparently Milei, from what I've read, is a Zionist as well, who is planning on converting to Judaism after he leaves office.
God, they're all
open enrollment for being
an
an Israeli citizen. Just apply online right now.
I'm telling
I didn't know you could apply to be Jewish.
We have to stop sending our money.
I'm sorry.
What?
I was gonna say I didn't know you could apply to be Jewish, but there is an actual website where you can fill out a form. It's an actual application where if you want to go,
are you circumcised?
And seriously, you can go on I forget the website. I've showed it before on the show where you could fill out a form. And they will actually take you, and you could get all expense paid, like 10-day paid trip to Israel.
You can't do that if you're a Catholic. They don't fly you to fucking Vatican. Here,
I know, man. It's like I didn't know
the Vatican is loaded. Come on, come on, Pope Leo. Fuck your name is. Come on, give us a flight to Vatican.
That's hilarious. Sorry. All right, that was off the wall. Anyway, guys, that's all we have for today's show. We hope you enjoyed yourself. Again, I will be in D.C. at the Veteran Sit-In with Jolly Good Ginger, Jay, Laney, U.S. Army Overlord. Hopefully he's going to be. He's usually there every day. Matt, who's also USMC Angry Veteran. All those guys are going to be there. We're going to have a lot of fun. I even bought a body cam, so I am going to be fully camered up this time and capturing absolutely everything. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be there for 4 nights and 4.5 days or so before I have to leave back on Saturday. So I will be in DC for Halloween. So that should be interesting to see how that goes.
That's going to be a blast.
Oh yeah. So anyway, love you all. Have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you guys in DC.